Alright, so working on a 2005 Ford F-150, 5.4 liter. So application is the same from 2004 to 2008, possibly other years and different engine models. But so doing the cylinder head temperature sensor, or CHT sensor. Basically, driving along, and the truck gets a reduced engine power notification. The temperature gauge pegs all the way to the hot side, and it's been doing it for the last couple years, usually just when the truck's cold or it's cold outside, and then but it never overheats, no issues. Last week it happened, and it actually threw a check engine code, code 1299, which is for the sensor. And it was actually looking like it was trying to stall out and actually had reduced engine power this time. So I'm switching it out. Saw some videos. Most guys are using a flexible ratchet head, 19 millimeter, or a 3/4 will even work. However, I could not find one for the life of me. So what I did is I got a 3/4 or a 19 millimeter. Either one will work, but this one is 3/4, 60-degree offset box and wrench. And the trouble I was having is, I'm sure if anybody's doing this, you're having the same issue, is this sensor that's way down there. You can barely see that tip of it there. It's very hard to get to, and you can't get a socket on there because of the angle, unless you move this entire manifold, which nobody's going to do. So trick is, I got this here, and what it was actually a double-ended one, like this here. And this is actually different size on this end. It's a 25/32 on this end, but what we wanted was a 3/4. So the issue I was having is it was too long, and whenever I put it in and got it actually around the sensor, which this actually did work very well, but it was too long and I had no room to move it in here. And you can only get it a little bit of a turn, so your best bet is to find a 19 millimeter or 3/4 flex head ratchet wrench. That's the best thing you can do. If that doesn't work, this is a nice little trick I just did, and just used a Dremel or Sawzall or whatever you have, hacksaw even, and cut it down a little bit shorter than what it was. So now I can actually get in there, reach in there, and move it just a couple turns. They're not very tight, so a couple turns, and I'm lucky enough to have small enough hands and arms. I can get in there and twist my arm around and barely just, you know, kind of turn it like that. And in case you're wondering, all I did was remove the tension off the belt, took the belts off the alternator, removed the 2 bolts on the alternator at the bottom, then the 2 on top of this bracket, and just lifted it up, pulled it out of the way. This hose, upper radiator hose, just kind of moved it, tucked it underneath the bracket, and it gives me enough room. I don't have the stock air intake box on here, so I didn't have to remove that. If you do, you're gonna have to remove that. But it's all simple. But just wanted to show off this little trick here. This works great if you can't find that flex head ratchet, which is the preferred tool, but this will work.